Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and the qualifying session in COTA has just ended, and here are the results. Jorge Martin was in pole position, followed by Miller, by Bagnaia, by Zarco, by Bastianini, Quartararo, Rins, Mir, Marc Marquez, Nakagami, Luca Marini, Pol Espargaro, Alex Espargaro, Viñales, Dovizioso, Bezzecchi, Brad Binder, Gigi Antonio, Franco Morbidelli, Miguel Oliveira, Fernandez, Gardner, Alex Marquez and Binder. So Jorge Martin set an absolute track record in his pole position today, followed by Jack Miller. Now there's only a couple of thousandths of a second in it, but what I did notice more here was Miller was on soft, whereas Jorge Martin was on hard and soft rear. So it will be interesting to see that Miller can only get the pace out of the bike with the soft tyres on. He can't get it when the front has the hard tyre on. It's been a bit of a disaster for Quartararo. He had an off coming into the second last corner. It was a fairly high speed off, if I'm honest, so he definitely has a hot ass after that. He did get back to the pits with 5 minutes to go, but he couldn't really make an impact on his second bike. But again, I suppose for Quartararo, Rins, Mir, it is a bit of a disaster as well that there's 5 Ducatis all ahead of them. So tomorrow's race, I do expect it to be difficult for Quartararo and the rest to get ahead of the Ducatis. Marc Marquez, I will say in FP4, the bike looked a little bit better on the front end. It is very, very nervous on the front end. Doesn't really handle the bumps too well, and it's I suppose it's a little bit concerning that is he going to override it and do a typical Marc Marquez and crash for overriding it and trying to force it. But it did look a little bit more stable, especially with the hard tyre when the temperature did come up in the track. Nakagami did a solid race or qualifying and in practice. You know, he was straight into Q2, so it was good to see. Pol Espargaro just a little bit subdued, I suppose, in the last session. Not sure what really went on. Alex Espargaro crashed actually in Q1, and he just didn't make it back to the pits in time to have another go. He crashed with like 3 minutes to go, so he was never going to make it. Viñales, it's good to see that both bikes are kind of on the same pace, but it's going to be a very, very hard work for them to go forward tomorrow, that they may catch Marquez and them, but I think the Ducatis are going to be gone. 15th place for Dovizioso was actually quite a solid weekend, even though that you can't be happy with it. You know, Dovizioso is a great rider and I have no qualms about that, but you know, my thoughts, you know, is he there for next year? I don't know. Good solid qualifying as well for Bezzecchi. He finished ahead of all the rest of the rookies and Brad Binder actually. KTM are having a very much bad weekend, especially with the front of the bike. They just can't get it to hook up. I believe that the front end of it is that the hardest tire is too soft. They need a stiffer tire to get that feeling. That's what the main thing with Oliveira is. He can't feel the front of it. I thought he was so slow yesterday. I actually thought it was that he was physically sick or something. But look, it was an exciting qualifying session. I reckon tomorrow, you know, the Suzuki's could risk going hard soft on the rear. I think the rest of the field, or majority of the field, would probably go hard medium. Again, look, that's just dependent on what the temperature is, but I would think from what I've seen today, you know, a lot of them would have that pace for hard medium. The pace for the soft would be the high 203s, and the medium is in there around, you know, the 204, high 204s, mid to high 204s. So it will be interesting to see who does it. Like Suzuki are good on their tires, so they may have a may risk it. Might be worth the risk to try and get in there and upset a couple of the Ducatis. I don't know, are Suzuki going to win? I think it's a long shot, to be very honest. It was good to see Bagnaia. He was on hard soft as well. It was good to see his pace. Is it 1 or 2 lap paces? I think it is, if I'm going to be honest. So tomorrow's pick to be race winner, I'm actually going to go with Zarco. I think it's going to be Martin, but I'm going to go with Zarco. I'd like to see Zarco get up there and mix it. But I'd love to know your thoughts if you leave them in the comment box below, and I will see you again tomorrow after the race with tomorrow's video. Until then, ciao for now. I just want to take a minute to also thank you for watching my videos and the support that you've shown so far. If you haven't subscribed already and you would like to subscribe, it would mean an awful lot to me if you did. I'm starting this channel realistically so that we can all enjoy MotoGP together, with the aim of streaming a live video when the GP races are on.